Hello beautiful people of Age of Empires Mobile. In this episode, I'm gonna explain you all the changes added yesterday by the developers. I'm gonna show you the most efficient path because you definitely need to have a plan for this. We're gonna talk about the new tech points, but we're also gonna talk about the mercenaries. Which mercenaries would you need? How many will you need at the beginning? So it's a super important episode. So basically, once you have updated your game, maybe you need a restart, you're gonna come in your base to the castle. So if you click on this, you have this button facilities, and this here opens up. Now this is gonna be absolutely super crazy. And first of all, by doing upgrades in here, you're also gonna get extra buffs. So you see them here upstairs. So all units attack, all units defense. I haven't seen much capacity, so it goes all the way up, I think, to level 40, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. There it is, level 40. And in order to understand this in the best way possible, let's presume that these are the tier levels. So you see level 1, this is the mercenary camp. The tier 2 is going to be this one, the training ground, training hall. And this stuff on this side, by the way, is our gathering stuff or extra healing stuff. These are more important, but more to this in a second. And this goes on all the way up to, let's say, level 9. And we also want to split this page in two milestones. The first is obviously the city renovation, which is going to be absolutely huge. More to this also in this episode. And the second one will be the research institute, which we're going to add extra researches in your university. So, first of all, you're going to start, and here you really have to pay attention, with the mercenary camp, and you're going to bring it just to level 1. Please pay attention, just to level 1. And why is this so important? Because for the vast majority of the players in Age of Empires Mobile, you won't need a higher level anytime soon. Because bringing this to a higher level than level 1 will actually going to give you one extra ticket, I'm going to show you in a moment, in order to unlock a different mercenary type. And for the vast majority of players in Age of Empires Mobile, you only have a cavalry march, a strong one, and you have an archer march. So you can have a look for a second at my setup. And even in my case, having this setup for archers, having this setup, for example, for the cavalry, having this setup for the swordsmen, and having this setup for the pikemen's level 2 mercenary camp, for now it's absolutely enough. I will gonna bring it at one point to level 3, which will allow me to unlock mercenary for the swordsman also. But for you, it's super important to keep it at level 1, because the higher the level, the more the cost will gonna be. And once you have it at level 1, you will be able to put it down in your base. And here it is. More to this in a second. Let's just go finish the new research, if you want to call it this way. And I said we have more levels. So basically, you want to reach this Citadel renovation as soon as possible. Now, sadly, you're going to need both sides, because you see here, you're going to need the shelter at level 5, and you're also going to need the chamber of harvest at level 5. Though you see here, they have max level 10. So you don't necessarily have to bring, and you should not bring all this stuff to level 10, because this is the main goal, and that here would be the second goal. So you see me having the training ground at level 3, and I have the training hall at level 2, and also obviously, because I bought a couple of these packs, but you get these tech points also for free. So I'm going to show you here in the festival, these packs go all the way up to $100, but you also can get these technique points for free. And I'm putting now a screenshot for you on the screen, so you can see you actually get these tech points also from the exploration tab if you're doing these purple quests, and you get up to 6 per one. In this case, what you see on the screen, I'm getting actually 18, and that's super nice. I also actually expecting in the future to have obviously more ways to obtain it, maybe add it somewhere here in one of these stores, or maybe adding it also in the VIP store. So the way I'm approaching this, I'm gonna do all the upgrades necessary in order to reach shelter level 5, because this is a long type project, meaning in other words, in order to reach the armament enhancement, I will actually gonna need a training ground just at level 5, but also the training hall at level 5, also as both of them. And this automatically will also gonna unlock the tactical evasion. But when we go to tier 4, the armory, this will only gonna require the armament enhancement to level 5 out of 10 possible level, and the same goes to the armor depots. And for the shelter, obviously we're gonna need armory and armor depot both at level 5. Once I'm reaching the shelter, I'm also gonna bring the shelter to level 5. And after that, I will gonna have to go back and work on this side of the tree, because you see what you're getting here: production for lumber or mills. You're getting the emergency care, for example, here as a healing speed. You also get the hospital capacity, which is, by the way, taking into consideration how much items you will need to upgrade this, I think this value is super low. And I will gonna have to do the same in order to bring the Chamber of Havers to level 5. That will allow me to open up the city renovation. But it's gonna cost you 1050 of these tech points. Now, once you do that, certain buildings, not all of them in your base, will gonna have extra levels. So obviously we're gonna have to look at the troops, and we're gonna have a look at the cavalry. They're all the same. You see here the renovation up to 5 levels, meaning it's gonna be level 35 technically speaking. And when you're pressing this E button, you're gonna see what you're getting. So you won't get a training speed from here. You're gonna get it from the other tree. You won't get extra training capacity, but you're gonna get it from the tree. All you are getting is a 25% defense, and this applies for cavalry, infantry, swordsmen, and pikemen. Another building which gets an upgrade is obviously the war hall. And what are we getting extra? This is all units type damage increase of 10%. Sadly, I would have loved to see a higher looting limit. Obviously, would be nice from my perspective as a spender to see also a higher rally capacity. But then again, I'm fine without having this, because this will gonna increase the gap between non-spenders and spenders to an even higher level. So I'm fine with that. What other building gets an upgrade? It's the blacksmith. And by upgrading extra 5 levels, you're gonna get an extra forging speed of 40%. And obviously, we're gonna have to have a look at the main building, which is the town center. And again, pressing on it to see what we are getting. And this is another all units type attack of 25% once you're reaching level 35. Another super important building in here is actually going to be the university. And let's have a look what you're getting. You're going to get an extra research speed, and that is going to go all the way up to 15%. And by the way, you're going to need that, but later in this episode, I'm going to explain you, because we have to talk about the mercenary techniques. And now let's go back again to these facilities in order to wrap this tab up. So we went all the way up to the city renovation, which actually has 5 levels, which is absolutely insane. Since this is gonna cost 1050 of these tech points, the next level, I don't know, maybe it's gonna be 1200. So it's gonna be a super expensive thing, but also at the same time, it's gonna take a very long time. Now, on the second part of this tree is gonna be very interesting and very crazy, because if you have a look at the stuff which you're buffing here, is actually hero might by 5 points per level. So we have 10 levels, that's a 50 might. That's a 50 strategy, and that's here a 50 hero armor, which is crazy. And in order to reach the whole of mastery, you're gonna need all 3 of them at level 5. Again, don't have to be level 10. And I also would suggest you to take the same path just to level 5. Make sure you reach the Research Institute first, because then you can parallel do some research in your university, because they will gonna be unlocked. And on the other side here, we have the Architect's Workshop, which is the building speed and the research speed. And obviously, you're also gonna need the Forge Workshop to level 5. Which is again increasing by a small value the forging of the blacksmith. So the research has just one single level, and that costs 1500 tech points. And since this is a capstone, maybe I'm a little bit optimistic that the prices here for level 2, 3, 4, and 5 won't go that crazy. So this is the way you're gonna approach it. Just level 1 for the mercenary camp for now, because you probably only have Lubu or probably only have Mulan March. Or if you have them both, sure, bring it to level 2, but then stop there immediately. Do first the left side, make sure you unlock the shelter, then go back and make sure you unlock the Chamber of Havers, both of them need to be level 5 in order to unlock the Citadel's renovation. And that's it for this Citadel facility. Now, of course, let's talk about the mercenaries and about this building itself. So first of all, you have two tabs in here. First, to hire the mercenary, and let's have a look at that, because for each unit type you actually have two choices. And now let's start with Lubu, and here you have the choice between the Indian battle elephant and the Byzantine. Obviously the Indian battle elephant is the best one. Do not unlock both, as you're gonna need an extra ticket. And you actually, if I click on the Byzantine, you're gonna see, here we go, you need this little ticket here, and this is only obtainable once you upgrade your mercenary camp in the Citadel facility to a higher level. So that's why please pay attention. I would also love the developers to see a reset button, maybe a cooldown of 1 week, because people will gonna make mistakes in here. And also again, I would like to see this reset button in the facilities, giving you all the items back and giving you the opportunity to rearrange the stuff, because people will do mistakes. So let's go back to the mercenaries. We said that for the cavalry, it doesn't matter if you're running Lubu as commander or if you're running Hannibal. For both of them, the Indian battle elephant is the best. Now let's go now to the archers, and the best choice here is the Korean archer, and that's what you should unlock if you want to. It's better than the Egyptian chariot archer. And at this point, even from my perspective as heavy spender, once I have unlocked the research, I'm probably gonna go back and bring it to a higher level in order to unlock the Japanese samurai for Mr. Minamoto, as this is the best option for the swordsman from my perspective. And obviously I'm gonna keep this till the last moment, because, dear beautiful people, especially if you are a low spender or free to play and even medium spender in Age of Empires Mobile, keep your Pike March as the last march which you want to do, because as of right now they are super tanky. But what exactly do you want to tank? You want to do some damage too, but I can tell you which mercenary pikeman is actually good for which setup. So we are talking about the Roman centurions are actually better if you are using Richard, and the Swiss pike will gonna be better if you are running Ram Cam. Good beautiful people, so this is how you hire them. But you have another tech tree in here for which you also gonna need research speed ups. The good part is you can do this research in here and also those in the university at the same time. And the stats in here is gonna be absolutely massive, because if I click on this button, the attributes overview, you see what I have upgraded. So I have the attack at level 3 out of 5, and then I have the reduced counter damage at level 1. I have the cavalry health bonus at level 1, and I have the mercenary cavalry defense at level 1 also. So here are the total attributes, which is absolutely super crazy. Now, obviously in here, just like in a university, you cannot do two researches at the same time. So I'm doing this for the moment. I cannot start a new one. So you have a stage 1, but you also have a stage 2, and this is gonna go super crazy from the stats perspective. And beautiful people, this is pretty much it when it comes down to these new changes. This is a long-term update, and I hope that you have reached the end of this video in order to understand even better how to plan ahead, how to be super efficient. Because again, I have to repeat myself because it's super important, dear developers, we need a reset button in here giving us all these tech points back, just in case we're gonna do mistakes, because people will do mistakes. Beautiful people, if you want me to do some more episodes on Age of Empires Mobile, let me know in the comments. Of course, we can talk about the Blossom Festival if you want to, or different other videos regarding Age of Empires Mobile. For the moment, there is only one question left. If you find value in this kind of videos, in these kind of efforts, then you should heavily consider to support this channel, because the best way to do so is actually 100% free, as you should subscribe to this channel. Obviously, watch the videos till the end, share this channel with your friends, because it won't hurt them if they are playing Age of Empires Mobile. Thank you very much for watching, and I will gonna catch you in the next episode. Ciao, ciao, ciao.